Lesson 9.5 is looking at hyperbolas, one of our many conic sections. This is our last one, okay? Where an ellipse, I'll get there. An ellipse was the set of points whose distance from a pair of points was a constant sum. Remember how we did that? I said if I could tape the string on this, I would, and then make myself an oval. So this distance from one focus to the ellipse, to the set of points, was a constant sum. For hyperbolas, it's a constant difference. Okay, now I'm not guaranteeing this is great, but this distance minus this is a constant. Okay, so the distance, it's the set of points on a plane where the distance from two foci, two set points, is a constant difference. Okay, and it almost looks like two parabolas. Each of those are called a branch, each half. Okay, the foci are the 2 points, just like they were for the ellipse. Okay, there's 1 point and a directrix on a parabola. The vertices are, okay, let me switch colors again. The vertices are the points of the hyperbola that lie on the axis. Okay, and I know there's a name for it and it's coming up, but it lies on the axis. It lies on the segment that connects your foci. Okay, and how close the vertices are to each other depends on several different factors, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, the transverse axis, and that's the segment that the foci determine. Okay, so the foci are the endpoints of the transverse axis. The center is pretty straightforward. It's in the middle of your hyperbola. For now, it's going to be 0, 0. We will move on from that. The branches are the 2 parts, okay, the 2 curves. You can look up these definitions in your book if you want more than that, but we will be using them. Okay, the way hyperbolas are made, you get asymptotes. And we'll take a look at that, but you know what asymptotes are. They are lines the graph approaches okay, but never really touch. Okay. And the conjugate axis is perpendicular to the transverse axis. And its length is, I'll get that right, the length of the rectangle. Here we go, and I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. If this isn't the right picture, I'm going to show you. Okay, we'll do this. The standard equation of a hyperbola with transverse axis, with a horizontal transverse axis and center at HK, is this one. Okay, HK is your center. It's a horizontal transverse axis. If the center is 0, 0, and that's what we'll work with, and it's a horizontal axis, so your hyperbola is going to go like this. Okay, I'm not an artist, never have pretended to be. That's close as I can get. It's going to look like that. Notice again it equals 1, just like it did for our ellipse. Okay. If the transverse axis is vertical, then the y-squared part comes first. So whichever axis it crosses is going to be the positive part. So it crossed the y-axis, so we got y-squared, that's positive. Ready? Okay, in both cases, the foci lie on the transverse axis, c units from the center. And this time, the Pythagorean theorem is not messed up. Right? This time, the relationship between a squared and b squared and c squared looks just like Pythagorean theorem. That helps us. Okay. The asymptotes are formed by sketching the diagonals of a rectangular box with A and B giving you the distance from the center in the vertical and horizontal directions. Well, that's a mouthful, right? So let's show you. If we have x squared over 9 minus y squared over 4 equals 1, then A is 3, B is 2. Okay, so I'm going to sketch this, and I'm going to go 3 from the center in the x direction, 2 in the y direction. And now this time, okay, I'm going to use a light purple. This time, I am going to sketch myself a rectangle. Instead of an ellipse where I get the oval, I'm making a rectangle. That's what that minus is doing. That is not part of my graph. Okay, the diagonals of this are the asymptotes. Okay, so the equation of the asymptote is y equals rise 2, run 3, x. It's a diagonal line. This one is y equals negative 2/3 x. That's an important part. But the hyperbola itself starts on the edge of the rectangle and it crosses the axis that is positive, in this case the x-axis. Okay. Now the foci are going to lie, got to get the dark purple, right? A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So c squared is 13. So c is going to be the square root of 13 from the center on the major axis, on the transverse axis. So we have now sketched our hyperbola. I guess it didn't get a darker purple. Sorry about that. Right? So do you understand now how I got the asymptotes? How I got the slopes of the asymptotes? Okay? And they're going to go through the center. So they're supposed to go through the center, even though I'm not an artist. That's where it's going to cross. Okay. So here we have another one. 36x squared minus 16y squared equals 144. We want it to equal 1, so I'm going to divide out the 144. So I'll have x squared over 4 minus y squared, I believe that's 9, but you could check up on me, equals 1. Okay, so I know it's going to cross the x-axis. I want to go 2 in the x direction and 3 in the y direction because I square rooted a and b. Right, I'm going to go back to my light color to make my box. Sorry if I miss. Right. And here's my asymptotes. So this is y equals 3 halves x. Notice the slope is different. This one's y equals negative 3 halves x. And my hyperbola is still going to cross the x-axis because that's the positive one. My foci, again, 4 plus 9 is 13 again. So it's coming out here at the square root of 13 from the center. And I've done everything. I've found the length of the transverse axis is going to be from here to here. So the length of the transverse axis is 2 square roots of 13. Square root of 13 to the right and to the left. I found my vertices. My vertices are at 2, 0, and negative 2, 0. Okay. And the slopes of my asymptotes, my conjugate axis, the conjugate axis is this one. So my conjugate axis, I'll put a J in there, is 6. Just in case that's asked for at any time. Okay. Let's go backwards. Okay. The vertices are at negative 5 and 5, so they're on the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that tells me right away I've got x squared over 25 minus y squared over something equals 1. Okay, so my foci are at 8 and negative 8. Well, remember that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So when I subtract 25 from both sides, I believe b squared is 39. Now, I do make mistakes, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Sorry about that. But then I can find all sorts of other things. Once I know that this would be the square root of 39 up here. So I could make my box, I could find my slopes, put in my asymptotes, and so on. So once I have that equation, I'm good to go. Okay. Well, what did I do to you here? Okay, this time, my focus points are on the y-axis. So I'm here at 10, and my vertices are at 6 and negative 6. So this time my hyperbola is going to go like this. So this time it's y squared over 36 minus x squared over something equals 1. And again, it's Pythagorean theorem. I got a squared plus 36, that's b squared, equals c squared, so 100. That's going to be 64. And I could go back, find my slopes of my asymptotes, and so on. Once I have the equation, I can do so many more things with it. Okay, here we go. I think we've done a few of these. So it's x squared over 16, so I'm going to go right and left 4. And there's my 49, so I'm going to go up and down 7. I'm just going to put it in so we don't take too much time. There will be my box, my rectangle. So here's my asymptotes. And this way. Okay, my x is positive. So here's my hyperbola branch, the other branch. So my vertices, now it's time to answer all their questions. I sketched it. My vertices are at negative 4, 0 and positive 4, 0. That's my vertices. My focus points, remember how we find those? Add these. Okay, not 65. So negative square root of 65, 0, and positive square root of 65, 0. Okay, the equations of my asymptotes, again, they go through 0, so I just need to worry about my slopes. Well, that's 7/4 and negative 7/4 for my two asymptotes. And I've found everything that they were asking for. And here's another one. I'm going to let you try it because we are now out of time. You can check with me. I'll be glad to do that. Just realize this is over 1. That helps you a lot.